Hi everyone, I'm Richard Lewis reporting for cadred.org. I'm still at the Home Story Cup 8 and the night just keeps trundling along. It's getting towards the evening and it's not past this young man's bedtime, hopefully. I'm just making a joke, don't get angry. Anyway, the guy next to me is of course HeRoMaRinE. You might not be familiar with him, maybe you are, but he's a young German player who's causing an absolute storm here, having gone through his group, and it was a very difficult group, Demaga, TLO and MC in his group, yet this is one of the guys going through, so I absolutely had to interview him. So let's start there. You're in this group with like big names, guys like TLO, you know, German hero, guys like Demaga, you know, big name, MC, and there you are, you're going out of the group. Were you confident when you saw who you had to play that you would win?
First I was very confident about the group just because it was 2 Zergs, which is obviously good for me since I am very good at TVZ at the moment. But then one day later the patch came, mines are a bit less good and it's harder to play against Mars Banelings because Widow mines don't get the hits anymore like they got. So I was a bit shaky in my practice after the patch, but I felt I think I was still confident in my TVZ even though the Widow mine patch came, and I also have some other strategies prepared for later TVZs maybe. So it's not only Widow mines which are good in TVZ, but I don't want to take something away.
I don't want to reveal anything just yet either, but you talk a lot about preparing strategies. Now, we were just talking about this off camera, how you prepared specifically to beat TLO. You did a lot of preparation work to beat him. So how much did you put into it? I mean, were you watching his games? How did you basically prepare to beat somebody, you know, as good a player as that?
I don't prepare for the player. I usually prepare for the matchup, and I felt like the only way to get out of the group would be TVZ, since MC is obviously a very good player and he played well against me. So the way I prepared, it's hard for me because I am like nearly full-time school, nearly because it's sometimes long, some days it's not too long. So I had no real time to prepare, and I'm the guy who is confident in his basic skill, like my execution of builds and stuff like that. That's what I prepared. And I didn't watch any VODs of my enemies since I had no time. So I just had trust in my own basic skill, like macro, micro and build execution were the main points for my preparation, and it worked out very nicely in TVZ. So yeah, it was a decent preparation. I think maybe it's better to prepare for the player, but like I said, it's harder for me since I have no real time for stuff like that.
Well, we'll come on to the school issue in just a second, but I wanted to talk to you about nerves, because you seem a very confident guy. Like, I mean, just to give you guys an idea, before we come on, I was like, you know, because he's a younger dude, right? I was like, are you going to be okay? Like, when we do the interview, he's like, yes, we will do the interview, no problem, and I will talk on camera, that is fine. It was like, he's so confident and with it, so... You know, were you not nervous? I mean, surely when you were playing MC, you must have been a little bit nervous. You know how many people are watching these games. You know it's one of the biggest tournaments out there. He's like this hugely popular player. People are going to be watching you. No nerves?
Nah, I'm not the guy who gets nerves. One of the reasons is because I enjoy the game a lot. And the other reason is a lot of people underestimate me, so I don't have anything to prove. And the reason why some people don't think about me when it comes to an offline tournament is obviously the reason that I have no time to travel and to show my skill in offline events. And yeah, you can do well on online cups, but it's usually not like so important. It's really about the offline tournament. And yeah, that's probably the main reason why I am not nervous, just because I am always excited to be in an offline tournament, because it's not common for me. So I'm more excited than nervous. And obviously I enjoy the game, and even though I lost the series 2-0, I still felt pretty okay.
Yeah, you definitely did. So let's talk about being a young guy, 16 years old, esports. We've got a guy like you in the UK called Johnny Recco, cool guy. And he went through something similar, like having to try and explain to his parents, balance school, find an organisation, get to offline events. Lots of problems facing young guys who are passionate about esports. So let's talk about school first. Obviously, school's important. It definitely is. But if you love esports and you want to progress in it, you've got to dedicate time to it. How do you balance school and being a good player and getting better?
Well, a lot of young people or kids like to play video games, and
Sure do.
you can think like it's only a game for me, it's not a job or something like that, so there's no real pressure. I play when I have time, I play when it's fun, when I feel like it's fun. And it's more like just a hobby and not a job, which is pretty important, because if it's a job you will get nerves, because obviously you don't enjoy a job that much like a hobby. And I just like what I do, so it's like free time for me, even though playing StarCraft on high level is pretty hard. But I think it's fun, and yeah, like my free time is StarCraft 2, and I still have time left for school things, and also I'm pretty okay in the school, so I obviously can put more time into SC2.
How are your parents with you playing video games a lot and having to travel to events like this? I mean, are they understanding? Do they understand esports? Do they follow what you do? Do they support you?
Of course they do. If they weren't supporting me, I wouldn't be here.
True. But you'd be surprised. There's a lot of parents. I mean, like I've talked to, again, a lot of young guys. Some guys sneak. In fact, I've got a friend. He used to lie to his dad so he could go to. This is true. So he could go to LAN events. He used to say he was going away on like training courses or college courses or exchange holidays. He would flat out lie and then go to a LAN. And we all used to laugh about it. But he couldn't. If he told his dad, he probably would have got kicked out the house. So you say, of course. I don't think everyone's as lucky to have parents that understand what esports is about.
I don't really know why it's so difficult. Like, I don't really know how to say it. It's hard to tell. But one thing I can say is like, when I go to an offline event, I obviously take care of the school.
Yeah.
I obviously will go to the school and then play the tournament, which was the case in this tournament. And I think my parents were against it if I would go to an offline event like DreamHack, and then I would have to have like 2 days without school, which is obviously not that good, because in worst case the school could obviously see that I am not sick or something like that.
They certainly could.
Yeah. It's not common that it's going to happen, but I'm just like taking care of myself and do what I can do, and yeah, my parents are pretty okay with it.
Well, that's good. So let's come back to the Home Story Cup. Obviously, you've had a great start. You're still in the tournament, and there's a lot of big name players who are right now sat on the sofa drinking beers, and which you shouldn't do.
I would.
Good. Just I want to get that on camera. I'm being responsible. But you know, they thought they were going to win. They thought they were going to do well. They're out. You're still in. How far do you think you can go in this tournament? Like realistically, I mean, could you be like a surprise winner? Should we all start backing you?
I said earlier that a lot of people underestimate me, but I still think round of 16 is like already enough. I'm still very confident in my play, but there are still a lot of better players than me. They are full-time. They put more effort into this. They see it like a job, so they obviously take it more serious than I take it. So it's going to be hard, probably harder than it feels like. Now it feels like easy, and yeah, there we go, killing some players and stuff like that. But if I see my group, I think I will be not that confident, but I still will do obviously my best and try to play well and try to show some good games. And I'm already one of the only foreigners which came out of the group. I mean, all Koreans came out of the group except Zinho, but he took a break from SC2. So I'm already happy enough, and I will just try to play my best, but people should not overrate me now just because I'm not full-time at all, and I don't take StarCraft 2 that serious. Like I said, I take it as a hobby, so there's like no real pressure for me, and pressure is one way to win. There are a lot of players who can do well with pressure. I'm not one of them, since I am no full-time player. So yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm confident, but like I said, a lot of good players. They are better than me. They are full-time. I am Terran.
Right, so who would you really like to play? Like, let's say, you know, you could just, there's one game, you can pick your opponent, you know, there's so many big names here. Who would you like to play? Or have you already played, like, the person you would most like to play in the groups? Because, I mean, I would imagine a lot of people would love to play Stefano. I mean, that must have been a nice surprise, like, seeing him here, right?
Yeah, I don't really know how good Stefano is. If I want to take my own group, I will put into it. I don't really know if the players are still in. I would put Nurture in it, Jakji, and another Zerg probably, because I feel like my TVT is good. It's decent against current players. It could be hard, and it could be also Teja and not Jakji.
Yeah.
I'm not too confident in TVT like in TVZ, but I still think I have a good shot of beating some good Korean Terran players. Maybe I can do it, but it's definitely going to be very hard. It's probably harder than for a Protoss or a Zerg, just because they have more ways to win against Korean Terran players. But yeah, that's probably my group. So I want, of course, 2 Zergs. Nurture would be the best, since I'm very confident against him. I think I would win against him 100%. I feel so confident against him. Just that's no bash of him. He's a really good player, but I feel like I can beat him.
I know it's not a bash, but you know what Nurchio's like, man. He'd go wild. If you see this Nurchio, I expect a response.
I don't want to. Don't want to bash him.
Fight! I'm starting it.
I'm just saying he's one of them who I feel very confident to play against, and I can read him very nicely. But I don't know if he's still in. Yeah.
Okay, well, here's something else I did notice that I wanted to ask you about, and that's just kind of, the support that you've got from the players around you at the moment. And when you won your game, I think it was Mana was like the first over, like really like, yeah, like so happy for you. Do you have like a lot of support, like from, these older, more experienced guys? Like, are people like looking out for you, helping you, cheering you on?
Of course, my team, we are all cheering for each other, especially Mana and Hasu, of course, just because they are the only guys. They are still on mouse since I joined. It was exactly 2 years ago, I think. And there were also players like Torzen and Moro or something, someone like these. So, yeah, they are out of mouse now. The contact is a bit less, and yeah, these 2 guys, Mana and Hasu, probably the most, and also of course Vortex and Lucifrom. I like to talk to them a lot. They are very smart players. They can help me a lot, and of course they do. I also can help them a bit in practice and something like that, to discuss strategies. So the support I get from players is all about the team. And of course, there's also Hope, who is like me. He's really strong at the moment. He doesn't show up at offline tournaments too. I don't know really why. But he could very well do the same like I did in the first group stage. He could surprise some people too. Yeah, so the support for me is more the team than other players. I think for a second. And is there any other players I get support from? Hard to tell. There are some guys I talk a bit to, but there's no real guy who is like a practice partner who's not in the team.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I do. So look, here's the final question for you, and that's just, I'm sure everything's kind of all happening, pretty fast for you. You've talked a little bit about how it's just a hobby. You just want to have fun. What does the future hold? I mean, like, if you could do something, like, if and it could go the way you wanted to, you're already on a very good organization in the form of Mouse. Like, where do you see yourself in 6 months, a year? Have you got a plan? Is there anything you'd like to do?
Not really.
Cool. Good question.
I'm just playing my game and see what I can improve every day. It's hard to tell what is in 6 months. I can't say I'm in 6 months one of the best players in the world. That would be awful to say because it's weird thing to say. So I will answer the question just with I don't know.
I like it. Brilliant. Look, it's been great to talk to you. It's great to do an interview with you, and you handled it exactly like you said you would, like a boss. So, look, enjoy the rest of the tournament. I know there's going to be a load of people who are going to see this and they're going to go mad for it. So, just best of luck, and go as far as you can. And it's been great to do an interview with somebody new for a change. So thank you very much. To all the people out there at cadred.org, do stay tuned to the website. We're going to have more interviews, probably not quite like this one, but like this one, from here at Home Story Cup 8 in Krefeld, Germany.